Greetings, international people of the world. In all the aspects of innovation, entrepreneurial development, of all the modern 21st century technological, well-groomed and well-developed international worldwide companies that are in the verge of introducing the world of technology and the world of entrepreneurial development into the seven continental native countries of the international world. Here today on this short presentation, we are introducing an advanced Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza profile of his own way of being the upcoming new, young, productive entrepreneur of the international world for the interest of the World Bank Stock Exchange, international worldwide market exposure, and for the World Economic Growth and Development Forum, with the entire worldwide companies that are keen to support, sponsor, invest, and fund the initiative of Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza as the founder of Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs and Sikumbulile West Coast Foundation with the Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs. We are hereby now, by this short introduction, introducing Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza advanced profile as being the first 21st century of the 21st millennium, very dedicated, accountable, trustworthy, and loyal social entrepreneur from the University of Graduate School of Business of the Raymond Ekaman Academy, situated in the heart of the city of Cape Town. To further introduce Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza, today we are at the depot of Mia's Travel. That is when Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza was working as an assistant mechanic before he went to study for mechanical engineering at the Cape Peninsula University of Technology in Pentec during 2002. This is where he gained his skills and motivation, empowerment to be in the league of the engineering department. He worked here several times, and then the company, back in those days, when he started in 1997, it was situated at the Stickland Industries of near to Belven and Brackenfell in the heart of the city of Cape Town. Therefore, to introduce Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza advancedly for the creations of his own product design service delivery of his company, Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs and the Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs with the Skumbulile West Coast Foundation. Therefore, this is the only view we've managed to encounter at the moment, because Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza is here today to have a meeting with some few executives that are truly interested in investing and funding and supporting and sponsoring the initiative of the international worldwide market exposure of all the product designs and of service excellence of the creations of the new venture business idealistic innovations of Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza, that he gained the skills of developing his company at the Raymond Ekaman Academy of the University of Cape Town Graduate School of Business. Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza is now, we are in the heart of the core of Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza, his mentality, his power of intelligence, his power of brilliance, whom he is inside eternally, immortally, and spiritually as a worldwide, international, global entrepreneur that is supported by the skills of Fast Company International, with the skills of his eternity of being the new upcoming creative and skillful, worldwide, international, innovative entrepreneur. With the introduction of all his innovations of technological modern 21st century and his own departments that are listed in the business profile business plan of Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs and the Skumbulile West Coast Youth Foundation. This is the only view we've managed to gain here of the access that we can continue introducing Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza into the worldwide investors, worldwide funders that are keen to have a stake shareholders partnering and associate relationship with the founder of Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs, the Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs and Skumbulile West Coast Youth Foundation founder, whom has been a skillful #1 entrepreneur since 2012 as he graduated at the Raymond Ackerman Academy, University of Cape Town Graduate School of Business. Now, this is how we describe Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza in this advanced short presentation about his intelligence to ensure that in this next coming 21st century from 2020 2021 he comes up with many innovative implementive and inventive creations of the new venture creation in the innovative world of entrepreneurship, of product designs, as his companies are service delivery and product service designs companies that he is willing to form partnerships and associate relationships of stake shareholdings with the World Economic Development Growth Department and the United Nations, of the World Bank, of foreign currencies in the market of the stock exchange of the international worldwide United Nations, of all the 7 continents of planet Earth. Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza is an understanding current and future trend, developing ideas through the creation of his own samples that are created from his power of intelligence. He is keen working with a wide variety of people from all over the aspects of engineering, science, and modern technology. Working with suppliers and manufacturers who may be in different parts of the world. That is where he is keen very much to really work with all the suppliers and all those who are keen to manufacture his product designs that will be introduced in another productive business idealistic short profile of Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs. His technical skills are so impressive that he managed to invent his first innovation, which is the G2S7474 automatic wheel spanner, as an engineering, scientific, technological innovation in 2012 when he became the semi-finalist of the Pitch and Polish Race Cup of 2012 in Johannesburg, Sandton. He is an holistic understanding of the production processes. Yes, he's really keen and very, very much well informed about the processes of production, as with his historic understanding. He's got the ability of creativity in all the shapes of the international modern way of creating a new platform that will be reached by all the upcoming next generation future of the Lamushe Global Innovative Entrepreneurs, with all the aspects of all the departments of the City of Cape Town, college and advanced educational tertiary institutions, academies and universities of the City of Cape Town. Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza is understanding with his skills of talent and using them to create products. Yes, we have managed to understand and see, we have managed to listen and understand that Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza, with his skills and his talent, he has managed to create multivarious products of innovative entrepreneurial innovations that are so creative products for the next world coming a dimension from the 20th century of the visions of the international world through economic development. He's got a creative business savvy, confidence to believe in his work and reliance in commercial values. He's got an excellent time management skills to create, produce, market, and invent business idealistic economic development product designs. Now, Mr. Brian Makaluza is willing to manage his admin like invoices and insurance of the cash flow of the International World Stock Exchange. He is willing to learn in the nearby future how to operate and deal with invoices and the trade industry of his business, of his product designs in the world of international worldwide market and gross and net profit. As he would honor to be able to master the administration world of the cash flow through his College of Cape Town national certificate in business administration of NQ level 4. Yes, it has been proven that he is a truly understanding, loyal, honest, and trustworthy, coming innovative, entrepreneurial worldwide founder of Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs and the Skumbulile West Coast Youth Foundation with the Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs, as he is very working hard with others in creative teams. In all these teams of these companies, he is a very, very team builder and a team supporter and a team follower, working creatively to produce all the innovative product designs. He will be willing to work with clients that understand their product and services, meaning that those people who are of the international world investors and funders and supporters, he will be keen to work in a grateful service excellence of understanding their client need and customer relation through developing the products and his service delivery. He is coming up with creative concepts to sell products and services. He's got the skill. Yeah, he's got the skill, and he's got the skill to come up with creative concepts on how to sell his products of the Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs through the world market and the international worldwide exposure. And he is capable of understanding the client's competition and how to make them stand out from the crowd. If really true that the international worldwide companies of the international world that are so interested and keen to support and invest in international upcoming companies such as Mr. Brian Makaluza companies, he is keen to produce for them multivirus products of service delivery so that his clients are in the competition of the international world feel so secured and so well groomed of their investments in the economic financial developments. He's got the ability to work with people, and he's got the ability to understand a client's business and position within the market, ability to work under pressure, priorities and meet the deadlines, and strong visual awareness of design skills, ability to think creatively about everyday things. Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza has got an ability to think about how projects work in 3D, the eye of detail and the ability of refined ideas, an interest in sustainable and renewable materials, enjoying being hands-on and making his own prototypes and models, an interest in different materials to use in the production of his own product designs, as he is willing to introduce himself and his companies in a stake shareholders partnership with all the entire worldwide international funders and investors from the online service agency of Angel Capital Market. Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza, the name is so wonderful, the name is so interesting, and the name is so brilliant because it proves an understanding of him when you call his name that he is really an upcoming international worldwide innovative entrepreneur, translating his ideas into technical drawing that others will understand, as that is a truly qualification of himself while he was a student at the Head Start College in Cape Town in the heart of Salt River. And then he managed to get a distinction in graphic art designs, while in the following year of 2002, he managed to get another 67%, if we are not mistaken, or 69% in the mechanical drawing designs. So drawing out sketches, he managed to develop a wonderful department of graphic art, new designs of the international worldwide transport industry, such as bus industries. As this one that he used to work on it, as we are here at the depot of this Mears bus travel that he worked in 1997 until 2003 as a mechanical assistant. Yeah, he understands the features and limitations of different materials, and while he is working within production budgets and compromising when necessary, trying to think of the most efficient and eco-friendly way of making products. So working with the production budgets and compromising when necessary, meaning that he is in a journey of the Odyssey to understand how to compromise and sell his product designs in a necessary way that will be a budget enough to ensure the economy of development of those partners and associates, that he will be in a stakeholders relationship through to the World Bank Stock Exchange and the United Nations of the World Economic Development Executive Private Directorates, so that all his innovative product designs can be in a compromised and well affordable international foreign currency and market sales. He is working with different he is in any path of the road to work with different manufacturers locally and overseas. So the vision of Skumbulile West Coast Youth Foundation, Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs, and the Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs is to truly work with overseas and local businesses of investors and funders that will be willing to grow the initiative of the modern 21st century, as from 2020 to 2021 through to the entire vision of 2040. Did we mention that he is trying to think of the most efficient and eco-friendly way of making products? He's already been there, he's already done that. For more information about that, please contact them. Another coming up presentation video of the Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs and the Lamushe Global Innovative Entrepreneurs departments of all their innovations and creations that are a new venture creation of the next generation of the ancient future in modern 21st century entrepreneurial innovation and innovative systems. Yes. Yes, this intelligent young upcoming entrepreneur from the Raymond Economic Academy of the city of Cape Town, Cape Town University of the Graduate School of Business, is so unique, is so intelligent, is so brilliant with his intelligence of his eternity and immortality, of embracing and inheriting the world of modern science engineering and technology of the 21st century. This young boy, the founder of VREED, Skumule West Coast Youth Foundation, and the Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs, is a well planned and he can plan and prioritize work and work well under pressure. Be able to consider the social, cultural, environmental, and health safety aspects. Work with a lot of ideas in a way others will understand. Work in multidisciplinary teams. Use scientific rules and methods to solve problems. To understand that, you will be ensured that when you read his academic profile of his own way of qualifications and study, you will understand how he managed to become where he is today. He is a strong critical thinker, enjoy thinking about the complex challenges of coming up with ideas to solve them, an investigative, curious nature. Strong numeracy skills, the ability to solve problems using rational and creative thoughts. As a mechanical engineer, he can combine an understanding of mechanics, mathematics, engineering, science, and energy with design and manufacturing to create products that have some kind of motion in them. To put it simply, mechanical engineering deals with anything that moves. He can design everything from small individual parts to large systems. Mechanical engineering that he obtained at the Cape Peninsula University of Technology in 2002. He can be everything from small individual parts to large systems. He is one of the broad fields of engineering and offers a variety of career paths. Therefore, to continue, please, international people of the world, bear in mind that this is the only view we can manage to have for this introduction of Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza. He is sourcing different materials from tiles to lighting, working closely with clients to understand their needs. So the clients' needs that he've managed to understand are clients from the funders, investors, sponsors, and donators from the online agency that he adores the most. That is called the Angel Capital Market, and also his clients are the international, worldwide, planetary investors and 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 funders that are keen to support creative innovations of companies that are startup companies such as VREED and all three companies of Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza. He wants to carry on and study on to understand how to work within a budget and to understand the current trends and the creative mode broad to communicate with international worldwide clients so that they can ensure to invest, partner and fund all the creations that they are able to find as an interest for them to develop them for an investable worldwide international foreign currency market and in their gross net profits by investing in VREED and all the companies of Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza. He's got the ability to function well under pressure, a sense of style and confidence, strong interpersonal skills to connect with clients and others who are able to understand the world of entrepreneurial innovation, and the ability to manage multiple projects at different stages, highly organized to manage the detail of all the different components of a job. Hey, this young boy, the way he's so excited to be part of the international world in modern 21st century creations of technological innovations. He is currently looking for even investors to ensure that they understand his plea to partner with him in a stake shareholders relationship. He can analyze systems and processes of structures. Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza think about how systems can be improved while understanding how they are currently functioning. He can work on a wide variety of contexts from distribution systems to software. His research of how people interact with digital devices and each other and the broader environment work with multidisciplinary teams over long periods of time. And by working with disciplinary teams in a long period of time, that is when he started his foundation called Skumbulile. And in 2012 until now, in this year of 2019, 2020, 2021, until the vision of 2040, he's working with teams, is all the executives of the committees of the entire foundations. Mr. Brian Makaluza, I think, is a great thinker about complex systems and see patterns. He can see the big picture but also understand the smaller links. An interest in human psychology, a love of detail, an interest in how and why processes work. So the processes work on how they work. The process that he needs the most is the one that the international worldwide needs the most, which is for them to invest, fund, and donate while sponsoring this new upcoming youngster from the Raymond Ikamen Academy of the UCT GSB and from the College of Cape Town and from the First Bay College through to Hestad College. He's got an answer to the client's briefs through visual creations. He can work different products techniques and in different media from print to digital. He can work with other creative teams like programmers, copywriters and illustrators with photographers. And also he can research and develop the understanding of the client's business from a strategic level. He can take a project from concept through production to final production, to final product of his innovation skills of creating an idealistic product for the production final product. He is a strong rational thinker with the ability to create simplicity under the hierarchy from complexity. Flexibility and a willingness to compromise and work with clients, strong organizational and planning skills, an understanding of branding and the ability of translate concepts into visual messages, an ability to understand the client's business and what they require over what you want to design. Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza as a distinction that he obtained from the Head Start College in graphic designs. He is a international world graphic designer of bus designs for the international multivirus mobile locomotive companies that manufacture cars of the international world. As a graphic designer, he can create visual concepts by hand to communicate ideas that inspire, inform, and captivate consumers. They combine image and textile to appeal to a specific target audience and are skilled to convenient different feelings and emotions through design. As a graphic designer, he is in a need to be a visual thinker in order to be able to translate the client's ideas into visual creations. There are many related careers like animation, website design, and art direct. But many graphic designers set up their own businesses or go work in design studios and advertising agencies. That is the core of understanding the department of his graphic designs, of bus designs, as way as we introduced them in this small introduction of graphic designers. As a systems design, he is about understanding how complex systems work and then improving these systems or designing new ones. As a system designer, he disciplines from urban planning to computer science. Whenever there are complex systems or processes at work, system designers create a framework to manage complexity. A good example will be the design of the transport system in a city. System designers can work with networks, computer systems, and websites, which is Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza introduced as a systems designer and a graphic designer. Sisa can understand the client's needs and translate these into a website if it is possible that he can eventually learn more ways of web designing. But he can plan how users will navigate a website, a program, and design interchangeably. He can keep up with the new developments in technology and help clients to maintain and manage their websites. The ability to work alone and self motivate, an ability to teach yourself new skills as technology develops. He has a good sense of design and layout, an interest in technology and digital media, an ability to work on projects with long timelines, using his creativity to bring digital worlds to life, using storytelling techniques to game theory when creating concepts, spending long hours creating computer graphic and animation, working with other team members to achieve goals, testing the game with other groups. The ability to work on long-term projects, good storytelling and narrative skills, a vivid imagination, a passion to gaming and IT, a strong work ethic to work incrementally towards an end goal. So this is how Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza is introduced as a gaming designer and a web designer. As a gaming designer, he is a broad field bringing together teams of programs, illustration, project managers, writers, and musicians to create entire 3D world. There are three main components to game designing: concept development, a team of designers is then responsible for creating all the elements of the game world like characters, scenes, building cars and prompts. A team of animators will then add motion to these elements. Therefore, as a web designer, he is responsible for creating websites, apps and user interfaces, embrace many of the same principles as graphic design, but in a digital realm. That's the courage of Mr. Sisa Bright Makati. Therefore, as an architect, he gained the skills once again, please international investors of the international worldwide, through to the executive private board directors of the World Bank and the United Nations and the World International Stock Exchange. Ensure that we don't get bored with the view, but the presentation is still unique, professional, and understandable. Therefore, as an architecture, Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza, to ensure it one more time and time again, he gained his distinctions in 87% graphic designs and in the engineering, mechanical engineering, drawing, mechanical drawing 1 and the CAD 2 in 2002. He is managing multiple teams of working on a project, communicating a vision clearly to clients, colleagues and builders through detailed drawings and documentations, working with large budgets under time pressure, selecting appropriate design solutions and materials, understanding and interpreting the history, culture of context of the environment he is working in, combining analytical and creative thoughts, drive and motivation to work on projects that have long timelines, good negotiations and ideation skills to solve building issues, and interest in green sustainability technology of materials, a good grasp of composition, balance, flow, and form. Working in a different concepts from building his NGO organization for international exposure, which is the Skombulile West Coast Youth Foundation, carrying out hands-on research with customers, quickly learning about a company's systems to plan how to improve them, writing reports showing your research findings and recommendations, taking photos and keeping journals to document how users experience a brand of organization, an interest in business, strong planning skills, an interest in human behavior, the ability to think and complex systems and how to improve them, the paradigmatic yet creative thinker. Yes, yes, boss. Sharp. I think it's back somewhere there. Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza, with his architect skills, architects play an important role in shaping the urban world around us. He plans the way of a building looks, how it works, and how it fits in its surroundings and in the materials used in the constructing it. A career in architect brings together creativity, problem solving, environmental affairs, engineering, technology, and business. A large part of what an architect does is project management. There are strict subject and mark requirements needed for an architectural degree. He has no problem in that, but he's got very, very much innovative ways of architect that he gained from his intelligence by combining his skills of urban development for the international worldwide native countries that are underdeveloping in economic development and in urban development. Therefore, as a service design, he is relatively a new discipline that he focuses on how people experience a service or a brand. He puts a user to a center of the design processes, making services of a possible to provide the best quality customer experience by providing a unique product design for the interested investors and funders of the international world that are keen to invest in startup businesses such as his companies. Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza, in his next future, he is willing to try and work with clients, technicians, marketing and staff and buyers, those that are internationally worldwide, so that they are products that are in a world economic development and market of sales. By understanding the technical side of production and an ability to design with this intelligent mind of Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza, working with patterns to create a desirable product, he can experimenting with new product techniques and other innovative ways of technological products. With his creating new ideas, designs that develop and build an existing product ranges. He's got an ability to understand the designs work in a large context, like in an interior of all ranges of technological designs. A knowledge of techniques such as useful creative ideas that will create business ideas that are so implementive, innovative, and inventive. Strong 2D drawing skills and interest in fabric and materials. Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza, lastly but not the least, he is keen in working on interesting infrastructure projects aimed to improve quality of life for the United Nations of the international world. He's got a project management to keep teams of other professionals on time and on budget. That's the journey of life that he will honor to accomplish. The satisfaction of seeing a project develop from a plan to a reality, and that is the passion of his eternity, immortality, with his spirituality of the underdeveloping countries of Africa, Asia, Indonesia, South America, and Madagascar, straight to Europe, and then North America, and all the isolated islands of the planet Earth. And then working with others to achieve a big vision, enjoying of working through complex challenges. He's got a 3D visualization skill, ability to communicate with many different people, strong maths and statistics combined with a good visual sensibility, and a strong leader who can manage others, while others don't need to be managed, of the Scombrile West Coast Youth Foundation in Kaelicha. He's got an ability to work with and trust others, attention to detail, patience to go through many cycles of prototyping, testing, and refining ideas, empathy to be able to connect with and understand the needs of the people he is designing for. Efficient make tasker to manage many different projects, all at different stages of design and production, and ability to fuse creativity and business thinking, and a good technical knowledge of different production methods, have a good knowledge of local available materials, what are to be made with them, and cost involved, and then modeling and making prototypes digitally and in real life, from sketching and taking ideas from concept to prototype through the final design. Those are the key points that he truly needs to find funds and financial support and investments and funders for them to build his side. That is a taking ideas from concept to prototype through the final design. He needs companies to support him for prototyping, patenting, copywriting, product design, and other aspects of manufacturing it, and then by making prototypes digitally and in a real life. Therefore, we are so grateful, honored, and thankful with our grateful discipline, loyalty, and trust of the integrity, accountability of our service excellence as the entire Skumbulile West Coast Youth Foundation and the Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs with the Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs Executive Board of Directors. As this is a closure of the short, advanced Sisa Brian Makaluza presentation of his profile, as we managed to find the research of accessing Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza through this wanna have a designer future. So this booklet is the one that we've managed to ensure that we link Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza to all the designers and all the structures of all the departments of designers faculty in educational study of the universities such as the Oxford universities, Cambridge universities, the universities of Illinois, UCT, University of Stellenbosch, University of Lagos, Universities of Ghana. So, therefore, Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza, in this presentation, we have managed to link him into this booklet as who is he thoroughly as a designer of product designs and innovative entrepreneurial innovations of the 21st century of his company, Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs and Skumbulile West Coast Youth Foundation, with the Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs and other companies that are coming soon. Therefore, the information that we've managed to encounter from analyzing Mr. Sisa Brian's Makaluza profile was originally written and subscribed and quoted from this booklet, Wanna Have a Designer Future. Yes, we want to have a designer future, which is Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza, the founder. And this booklet was taken from the Cape Craft and Design Institute, which is now the Craft and Design Institute, situated in the heart of Waterfront, while Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza is also in a stage of negotiating and networking with Ms. Rosemary Reddy, so that the Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs, the Global Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs and Skumbulile West Coast Youth Foundation finds a partnering associated relationship with the Cape Craft Design Institute. We honor the privilege of all those who've managed to combine this booklet in the honor of introducing Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza through the links as a designer with the skills that he developed from the Raymond Ekamen Academy. Therefore, you can have the pleasure to have some questions if you need to about Sisa Brian Makaluza, but now ensure that you take yourself into the Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs business profile that will give you the direct and the international, worldwide, 21st century modern technological innovations of his product designs. Find yourself that link, and then we are in the way of saying we are grateful for the moment of time you have managed to encounter this presentation. Please, international people of the world, funders and investors, this is a closure of the presentation in honor of Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza and his associates and partnerships of the executives of the Skumbulile West Coast Youth Foundation, Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs, and the Global Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs. Thank you.